What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Lifestyle Podcast. I am your host, Sonic.
And I'm your co-host, Snuff.
So, what's going on, guys?
Today's topic is going to be about teams.
Ooh, okay.
What makes you a team? How you jumped into it? What started you off on a team?
Okay. Okay. So you're the questionnaire today. Okay.
I'd like to know everything that transpired to build the whole C4 team.
Okay.
And what clicked in your head and said, you know what, fuck this, I'm making a team.
Okay. Well, as you know, 20 years at this already.
Yep.
So 20 years ago, I wanted to join a car club. I just got my license. I had a 97 Chevy Blazer, booger green. It was horrible. I loved it to death. You got to remember, back then there was no 20-inch wheels. There was no, crazy TVs or crazy setups. It really wasn't about that. It was really more tuner-based.
Your lug pattern, 20-inch wheels probably wasn't a thing till...
No, God, no. That didn't exist. I said, for the trucks, I think the biggest wheels out at the time were 17s, maybe. 18s were like, oh, my God, you're balling.
Yeah.
It
had to be something like that.
Yeah, it was one of those things. They just didn't exist. 20s were forget about it. So there was this crew in the town. They were known up and down Hudson County. They were dope as hell cars. I mean, back then.
What kind of cars?
It was a Mitsubishi Galant.
Okay.
There was an Eclipse. There was a Ford Probe, a red Ford Probe, actually,
shit.
which is hilarious.
Wasn't Eddie.
No, it wasn't Eddie.
Thank God.
It wasn't Eddie. What else? I'm trying to remember all the cars. There was like 2 or 3 Civics, like bubbles.
What crew doesn't have Civics?
Yeah, you're right. But, back then, I just had gotten my license, so it was seeing these cars done and loud mufflers and... Oh, my God. They would cruise up and down the main avenue.
You have to stop what you're doing to look.
You really had to stop. And it was big with, neon lights everywhere and police strobe lights. And, oh, my God, how does he have cop lights? Oh, my God, dude, it was the dopest thing in the world. And when them motherfuckers would roll up on the block, they would stop the world. I'm talking about they would pull up to a Wendy's. All right? And I'm talking way back when Hudson County had a Wendy's on Burger Line. Okay.
So I remember that. Okay.
So they would pull up right on the corner, double park. They didn't give a fuck who was who. 2, 3, 4 of them lined up. Gorgeous looking cars.
All right.
They would get out and just everybody would stop. And just like, wow, what type of car is that? And this and that and the fourth. And they would stop and, talk to the people and whatnot and just like high five guys and kids and whatnot and just go inside, grab their food, bounce in the car and then dip.
That's
I swear to God. Then, as the months went by, pretty much, by accident, I was dancing in a Sweet 15s when those things used to be the thing.
Sidebar: Sonic can dance his ass off, like professionally trained type.
It's good cardio. But when the Sweet 15s were the biggest thing ever in the area, I was in one of those parties.
Quinceañera?
Yeah, it was a quinceañera. So it was in one of those practices, and a guy shows up. And we start bullshitting and small talking, and we got into the car talk. Oh, yeah, I got a truck. I want to do this. I want to do that. Nobody's really done a TV and a headrest, so I want to do one because I was starting to see magazines that were doing it.
Oh, you got an itch.
So I had the itch. And then this fucker comes out of nowhere and goes, oh, I got a show car. I actually have it outside. I was like, oh, no shit. I thought he was bullshitting me. Okay, practice ends. He goes, yo, you want to check out the car? I was like, yeah, sure, fuck it. I go outside. I was like, wait a minute. Weren't you in Wendy's the other day? It was the Silver Galant. Now I'm talking about this car. He was OCD. When I tell you, there was not one goddamn gap on that full body kit. Now, I just went back and I said the actual word body kit, which that's not even like a fucking word anymore these days.
It is for the tuners, more or less.
Sorta. But it's more, lip kit, sides, rear,
skirts.
Diffusers, skirts, canards, splitters, fender flares. To hear body kit,
that's old school.
Yeah, you hardly don't even hear that anymore. And back then, they would make the kits.
That fart on fiberglass that it cracks.
Yeah, it was one of those things. Like I said, you would spend more money making it look right than it was, you to buy to begin with, the shipping, and getting it painted it on. So just to give you an idea. But this car was fucking flawless. Like, dude, flawless. I was like, oh my God, this is the guy I went to fucking Wendy's. I was like, oh, so, what crew are you a part of? He was telling, we get into the whole, how their crew is and what they do and how they, they go racing on the Fridays and Saturdays in Hunts Point, because that used to be the thing back in the day, in 440.
440 still is the thing.
I mean, it's the thing, but
440's lit.
You know what it is? Back then, drivers were more responsible. So there was less
drawback like we have now in a tax.
BS.
Well, here
there wasn't people fishtailing and like smacking people for like no apparent reason, just like, hey, you know what I mean?
You're pissing off stock Challenger fans and the
hey,
scat
dude, it's
packs
not my fault. Those videos show up on my feed, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
You saw that big girl that got macked?
Yes.
Do you report that to your insurance? No.
How do you even report that?
I hit a deer or an elephant. Like it's your choice. I mean,
here we go.
Shot one.
Okay. It started early. But like I said, I get back to talking with the guy. I was like, yo, I would love to join your team.
Oh, shit. What? Did he see your car?
And then he sees the truck. He goes, all right. I mean, you got good potential on it. What do you have done to it? I was like, well, I just changed all these lights now. I just did side graphics. I remember I did these. I drew a custom graphic on a napkin. I had the idea. Shut up. You know how I am. I have fucking ideas everywhere, and I start.
I'm looking at him crazy right now.
Yeah. I had a napkin. I had an idea because I saw a fucking van or whatever with some like lines or whatever. I was like, shit. Got a napkin, got a pen, and I kind of sketched something out.
Like pinstriping?
It was like pinstriping, but back then it was like vinyl graphics. Well, instead of vinyl wrapping, same deal, but it'll be a design of something, and you'll interlay it with other colors.
Okay.
So do something wild. It wasn't paint. It was vinyl.
It wasn't the guy with the spear?
No, this was before the spear shit. This was before all that. Back then, it was a lot of the tribal. So the crazy tribal designs is what used to be in.
Oh, yeah. That
so
was
you
a
do
huge
the crazy
thing.
tribal design, then we'll do like an underlayer under that. That will be like the shadow of the tribal.
That's really cool.
To give you an idea.
The first thing that pops up into my head is Jared with the C4 logo.
Yes, a style like that. Yeah, to give it that backdrop to it. And kind of like a 3D effect.
Okay.
So I just had finished doing that, literally like a few days before. I literally took the napkin to a vinyl shop and I was, yeah, can you guys do this? Like bigger? And the guy just looked at me like, what the fuck, man? He goes, yeah, I could do it. Whatever, I got it done. He was all right, no doubt. You got a system in this thing? I was like, no, not yet. Well, what's a system?
Oh, Jesus.
He said the same thing. He goes, wait, for real? I was like, yeah, like what? Like Sega Genesis or some shit? What the fuck are you talking about?
And now Sonic has a Wii and everything else in there.
But I didn't know my ass from my elbow. I was just getting into this. And
Okay.
I was looking at that as my inspiration. These cars rolling up on fucking Wendy's and like cruising up and down, loud ass music everywhere. Then he popped up his trunk, fully done, fiberglass. Like I was like, what the fuck? Bro, this thing is insane. The image it left in me, it's one of those things that I want that. My cars are going to get that. My car's going to get that.
Okay.
So that to give you an idea of the impression it made on me. The
LEDs
build.
or anything? Or Plexi? What?
No, LEDs didn't even exist, my dude.
You know what I mean?
Neon lights. A mess of neon tubes everywhere, but everything was hidden, so you had the nice glow. Because I was like, wait, how's this even glowing? He goes, tricks of the trade, bro. I'll never forget that. I was like, bro, I hate this guy, but I love him at the same time. Like, who is this motherfucker right now? Dead ass. So, a few weeks go by in the fucking party and whatnot. He invites like 3 more guys from his crew that night to the party.
Oh, shit. So you got to see the lineup.
I saw the lineup. They showed up, suited out, for the party. All 3 of their cars, and then not every single time one of these fucking guys that do the valets, they were getting souped. Like you could tell they were getting wet. They were just dripping down.
Getting ready to drive
they're
those
like,
cars.
oh, I can't wait to whip this around the block. They would get out, be like, you touch my car and you die,
I'd kill you where you stand.
bro. And the guy, he goes, I'm gonna give you $20, but I'm leaving my car right there. The other guy's, I'm gonna give you 20, and I'm leaving it right next to his. And the other guy was like, I'm gonna give you 20, and I'm leaving it right next to them. Lined up perfect, right in front of the hall.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Insane shot. So you can imagine the impression.
Oh, yeah. You walk in, you're seeing that. You're like, oh, shit, they're all here.
Got to meet them all. Got to talking to them all. He goes, oh, this is, one of our, I'm the vice president, but that's the president over there. I'm like, all right, cool. So I got to talking with him and all that. And I'll never forget this. He looks outside, he looks at my truck, he goes, yeah, you know what? It's nice, but you don't got what it takes yet. That broke my heart. Honest to God, that broke my heart. I was like, fuck, man. Damn, really? He goes, yeah, man. We have a few more things. Let us know. And we'll get you in there. We'll get you in. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Thanks for, the chance and the opportunity. I'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah, but at the time, they're not like award winners. They're not big people on YouTube.
No, they were going
followers.
to shows. They were going to shows. I didn't know this until, a few years later, but I'll fill you in on that. So the backstory of C4 was me sitting down. I'm like, why the f do I have to get an approval from Joe Schmoes that I don't even know? If they can fucking do it, why can't I? At the time, 2-3 of my closest friends, we all had our licenses. So I would, invite them over to the house. We're like, all right, guys, everywhere we go together. Whether it's Mickey D's or just to go hang out. No more you ride in my car and I'll give the ride. No. We all take our cars, we all go together, and we all park together. We hang out, we do bullshit, we all get in our cars and drive out at the same time.
That right there is the bone structure of a team.
Yeah, it started with 3 of us. Me and 2 other knuckleheads.
Who are they, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh my God. One of them was his name well, not was because he's still alive. I'm pretty
That's fucked up.
No, it's been a while.
Already.
No, it's been a while because they get married, they move on, they move out. I don't even know what half of these guys are moved to. Jules was one, and Steven was another one. They were like childhood friends at that age range that we all got our licenses around the same time. We were all souped as hell because we were finally driving.
That wasn't Steve from St. Joe's, right?
No. Not Steve from St. Joe's.
Little backstory. My uncle went to high school with Sonic. So you can imagine my uncle's... I'm close with my uncle, and I got to meet a lot of his friends. So
He was always funny as hell.
Yeah. So they were kind of in the same circle, but not in the same circle. But, so I got to meet a few people.
But, like I said, it was one of those things that we started going everywhere together. Go get a car wash? Us 3 will go get a car wash. Go get a coffee? We'll go get a coffee together. And like that. And then before you know it, we start grabbing the attention of outsiders. I mean, you guys part of a team? We're like, yeah, our team. We didn't have a name. That was the least of my whatever.
Brain farts.
So, okay, whatever, fine. Joe Schmo 1 started hanging out with us because you guys are cool. Mind if I hang out? Yeah, sure, whatever. You know how I am.
Yeah.
Always been like that since day one.
Come on in.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I might grab your butt once or twice, but whatever.
No, that's...
You know what I mean? It was one of those things. Before you know it, oh, you mind if my boy comes with me? Yeah, sure, fuck it, bring him along. The other one, oh yeah, sure, bring him along. And before you know it, we were doing the same routine of going everywhere together. But it was 6 of us now, and then there was 10 of us, and then there was 15, and then there was 20. And I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. But it was like a weekend thing, Saturday, Sundays, or Friday vibe type deal. Monday through Thursday, I didn't know where everybody fucking was. I didn't care. It was mostly for like the weekends and to hang out and to look cool. You know what I mean?
Well, did everybody have modded cars?
Yeah. Because we were all young. But everybody had a car.
Modded?
You got to remember, back then, one, we didn't know basics. We didn't know our ass from our damn elbow. It was just a matter of our cars looked clean, because none of us were dirty, I'll tell you that shit.
Okay.
And we'll just go and park together and roll together.
Okay.
But back then, it was such a different
vibe
than what it is now. Before you know it, years go by. Well, before that is when I sit down, I'm like, okay, I need a name. I need a name for this fucking thing. I don't even know what to call us. Before somebody goes, oh, look, it's a gang, because I didn't want to be called that. You know what I mean? And I was like, fuck, all right.
You're not very menacing looking either.
Yeah, no, at all. Like, what? I go, fuck. Custom creations. I was like, oh shit. Okay. So I started drawing it. Okay, that sounds nice. Custom Creations Car Club. Okay, cool. And the more I said it, I was like, yeah, this can work. Then from there, I started finding, okay, now I need a logo or something. And back then, I wasn't getting creative. I just went to some fucking store. I was like, that's a cool font. Yeah, just make it say Custom Creations. That cool font? Yeah, but make that part say Car Club. How much? $20? All right, cool. They slapped that on the car for free. I started looking, I'm like, shit, okay, that'll work. There was like a fucking banner, like one end of the windshield to the other end of the windshield with Car Club in the middle, and Car Club in the middle was like fucking 2 feet long. We're beginners. You know what I mean? It was one of those things.
Because I know people that still do that.
No, yeah, it's still a thing. It just, it was one of those things that how it started, at least with me anyway. Showed up at the spot with everybody, oh man, that's the name? Yo, that's dope and all this. Everybody started getting their banners in the same spot. So we started, okay, uniforming. You know what I mean? Kind of making it look coherent, everybody
Cohesive,
together.
yes.
The cohesiveness of everybody, at least with one main logo all together.
It looks like a team. Even if it's all traffic and
Exactly,
it all has the
but
same
it
logo
looks
on it.
like a team.
It's a team.
Long story short, I lose my 97 Blazer in an accident. So I was out of commission for like a year.
Damn.
Yeah. No, it sucked. It was funny, though, because I lost my truck the day before I was going to get my first set of 20s.
Thank God for that.
I swear to God, bro. But whatever, fine, dandy. I get blue. I find blue later on. I start working on blue. So we were still rocking, Custom Creations Car Club. I still have pictures of blue with the old banner on it.
Which, not for anything. Oh, is that prior to the upper left-hand?
But yes, that's the banner I'm telling you about is version 1, like the original OG banner 1 that hardly anybody ever saw.
I want to see it.
These generations, I have the banner in my basement, like hung up on my wall. It's just low key, and like people have walked right by it.
I mean, you have so much shit in your basement.
Yeah, that is also true. But I get blue. Like I said, I started working on it. I go to my first show, get my ass handed to me. To the famous fucking Toyota truck with a marble on the fucking floor,
Well,
to be honest.
Imagine? He trailers it there.
He was
and
parked in front of me. So you can imagine the
as
impression.
per the last episode, I would have been pissed too.
So this is already 4 years in to having the team already.
Okay.
We're still Custom Creations Car Club. All right, fine. The award ceremony in Sea Caucus. It was actually a Hot Import Night show. I'm there. Who bumps into me? The main dude that I met in the 315s. Yo, what are you doing? I'm like, yo, what's going on? He goes, no, I'm here with my team. Oh, no shit, you got a team? Yeah, I'm like, yo, there's nothing compared to you guys. I'm a baby. So, I said that from the ground up. I'm like, I'm not better than nobody, but I have my little rinky-dink guys over here
That's fucked
with
up.
the cars with me. But we trying hard. The guy goes, no, man, yo, everybody starts somewhere. I thought you were going to come back with, and try and join us. I was like, nah, thank you, but I'm going to do it better.
Oh, jeez.
He just looked at me and goes, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do it better. I'm going to take your recipe and I'm going to make it better.
Oh, pues sazón on that bitch.
That's it. I'm going to give it my 2 cents.
Okay.
Because I told him, I'm like, I like the way you guys do it. I'm just going to change up a few things and make it work better for me. Oh, okay. Well, good luck. I'm pretty sure they're all like, these guys aren't going to amount to shit. Just by looking at our cars, you would think, I give these guys like a month.
Well, not for anything.
What?
2 years ago, there was a team that just started up. I'm not going to say their name because they're no longer a team, obviously. But you know how many teams this summer I watched start up and then just die?
Oh, it's a seasonal thing. It always happens.
They make a team, it happens, they drive around, they come to the meets, they come to things, and then nobody ever hears of them. The page deletes itself. All the friends take the banners off the cars. And
No, it's happened.
I've watched 3 teams this summer, and when I first started, a team that I really liked, by the way, it happened, they built up, and everybody had a fly whip, and it just dissipated into nothing.
No
and
shit.
those guys are still kind of ones that small talk. I small talk with a can of paint.
No, I know.
But I'm trying to pick those up for us.
Oh, I mean, sure. Hey, you guys are friendly. Come on over.
There you go.
We promise not to bite too much. But, you know, like I said, it was one of those things that when they saw us, they're like, yeah, I give these fuckers a month. They're not going to make it to anything. Like, I'm here. I'm pretty sure they said that. Or they thought of it at least, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I don't even blame them thinking that way just because of the caliber of their builds compared to ours. But they were doing it already for like 10 years before. Oh, no.
They had their feet in the sand already.
You know what I mean? It was one of those things. So common sense. But when you're in that mentality, you're just like, me, whatever. All right, fine. We kept on doing our thing. Around 2006. Yeah, around 05, 06. And I was like, yo, I'm getting bored of this Custom Creations Car Club. My tongue was like bored already. By the time I was even getting to Car Club part, I was like, yo, I'm rebranding this bitch. But I gotta make it look cool. And I was staring at my logo, and I'm just like, Sonic, you stupid. It's right in front of you. The 4 C's. Custom Creations Car Club. C4.
There you go.
Then from there, it was a matter of just getting a nice design to make it look cool. And that's from when we went from the big banner to the corner one.
That's by far my favorite.
That said C4, but under it in small font was, Custom Creations Car Club. To try and we're still the same guys, just, cooler. I guess you could say.
Reinvented, but not reinvented.
Exactly. Reinvented, but not reinvented. And like that, the name stuck so much better. At the car shows, people started remembering us because I was starting to get mad because nobody would remember us.
I mean, it's a long name.
But it's a long name. But at the time, you're what the fuck? These motherfuckers don't remember us. We were here like freaking 2 months ago. Like, what the fuck? I was getting annoyed. That's when I decided I want to rethink the team name and do something new.
Well, C4 is very catchy. It hits the ear.
But C4 is
crisp.
catchy.
Yeah.
That's when I started getting into the designing and all that until the actual design that it is now to this day, for the love of God. And then from there, but like I said, people started remembering us at the shows. Like, oh yeah, that's C4. I was like, when I heard that in the first show, I was like, oh my fucking God. They know who the fuck we are. It was the coolest fucking feeling in the world when you got these like big top dog promoters and like judges and whatnot. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember you guys, C4, yeah. You guys are gonna be parking over here. You're just like, okay. You're dusting the dirt off your shoulder a bit because you're like, shit, okay, we somebody.
We got a buzz.
We got a small little buzz going, and from there, it's always been that mentality. To this day, 20 years later. You're telling me why, and I'm going to come back and tell you why the fuck not.
And that's one of the traits I love and hate at the same time because the why not always hurts my pocket.
Oh, no, the why not always hurts.
But
the why not always fucking hurts. Always. It always hurts the pocket. But, like I said, it's one of those things to be different, to stand out from the rest.
You got to do it.
You have to be creative. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. That's why, everything's been the way it is till now. It's been that mentality. That's pretty much the shorter version of the story on how I created C4 and how C4 has evolved. And it wasn't until really 2011, 2012,
okay,
where I adopted the team part in front of C4. And I dropped the Custom Creation Car Club officially off the branding, I guess you can call it.
At what point did you say, you know what, I'm patenting this?
Oh, no. I had patent. I still have Custom Creation Car Club patent. I don't know for what. Why not? There I go again, but...
You have to pay for the patent, I'm sure.
Yes, I have to pay for the patent.
You have to remember to renew it.
Yeah, I have to renew it every year. I've been renewing it for the past 20 years. Aside from, C4 Lifestyle and Team C4 and a few other, goodies that I patent every year. But, yeah, you have to. It's one of those things. Granted, back then, it was a hobby thing. It wasn't really until, I started, I won 2 or 3 shows in a back-to-back with Blue. That some of the guys, because you get cool with everybody because you kind of see the same faces.
Yeah,
travel
you
around
make
to
friends.
the same, and you make friends. It wasn't really until like the third or fourth show, I'm packing up, I'm getting my stuff ready to go back home, and one of the guys is like, "Yo, my dude, let me ask you something." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." He goes, "Yo, who did this?" I was like, "I did." He goes, "What do you mean you did? The shop didn't do the stereo?" Or like, I was like, "No, I did it in my house." Shit. Yo, how much you charge me? I'm like, charge you? For what?
Oh, you saw a dollar sign.
He was like, yeah, to do something like what you did. I was like, espérate, hold on. You mean I could pay bills with this? I thought this was just a fucking hobby. Ah, okay, espérate. Okay, hold on. And that's where it changes. But then it also, you have to learn to put the line. Business side, team side. Which is difficult as hell sometimes. Because they kind of...
They have to merge.
They interweave themselves.
Because when you show up to the shows and everything with the team, that's free advertisement as far as I'm concerned.
It is. To a certain degree, it is. But
everything that
you
you've
also
touched.
have to be sure of, okay, my team is my team, and the crap that I have in my head to do, business side of it, is a different thing completely. Which is why, I have C4 Lifestyle as the business. Fully registered business, C4 Lifestyle. And then you have Team C4. Separate things.
Separate entities.
Separate entities. You know what I mean? But come together, you're just seeing
C4.
everything that we could be. Because I've always said it since day one, and I'll say it to the very last day I'm here. If I go up, everybody goes up with me. I've always been like that.
But see, that's the true mentality of a team.
Yeah, to a certain degree. I know there's, you'll get into the discussions and the topics of, some people do dues, others don't. Me personally, I've never believed in wanting to charge somebody to be part of my brain fart.
Well, I mean, we've had past experiences where people come from
You know
other
what I mean?
teams where the dues aren't necessarily going towards the team.
But you do get into that situation sometimes with other teams. You do get the ones that are finding an easy way to make some money. Just face the facts. I'm not saying all teams are like that, because they're not. I know a lot of teams that do dues.
Doo-doo, haha.
Yes, try to say that fucking 5 times fast. They actually have dues, but the way they manage it is beautiful.
It goes back to the people.
Yeah, it goes back to the guys. They find a way to book rooms with it. They do it correctly, or they do
Pay for registration.
like a company Easy Pass, to give you an idea.
Oh, that's cool.
And all the members get tags. You go to shows, you put the tag on. Outside of a show, you use the tag, it gets reported as stolen.
Clever.
Smart and clever. So like I said, I've seen the beautiful side of it, and I've seen the ugly side of it, because there are even teams, like I said, when we were coming up, not coming up because, we're still underdogs in this, but you know what I mean, where we were like a few years in already, the big dog crews. And guys were, the head guys were pocketing all the money and getting their mods done from member dues.
That kills me.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things. I'm just like, with those experiences that I saw firsthand in other crews that, they haven't existed in over like 10 years, for the love of God, I was just like, nah, chill. I'm not doing member dues. Fuck that. And like I said, I've just never believed in charging somebody monthly to be part of my brain fart. Because at the end of the day, this is all this is. It's just a brain fart to see if it would work. And
It's playing out well.
it kind of has for over 20 years. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Like I said, I see teams come and gone. We're kind of still here, so I guess we're doing something right.
Well, hey, listen, as per some people,
You
we're
know what I
dead.
mean? Yeah, no, I mean, you always get the ones that go, C4 is dead. I mean, we're really not. It's a love of God. It's a middle of a pandemic, for the love of God. We really don't want to catch nothing.
And we don't want to
Shit,
die.
And we really don't want to die. Like, be sick in a freaking hospital or something. God forbid.
That's all right. We put the oxygen tank in the passenger seat.
But that's where I appreciate more the business side of it. Because no matter what, shows or no shows that the team doesn't get to go to, still has the name relevant. So we could afford to lay back. You know what I mean? Get our cars done. When you're thinking of it that way, to a certain degree anyway.
No, yeah, it
know what I
absolutely
mean?
makes sense.
Because the name is still relevant.
Even a boxer lays on the ropes.
You know, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
That's why, to a certain degree, I'm like, yeah, the pandemic has sucked for everybody. It sucks even more for the car guys and the car girls, just because this is our weekend thing. End of the day, we're weekend warriors. We get our cars ready, we prep them, we go to the shows, or you guys go to your damn meets that you guys love so much.
The meets are.
I know. I just love busting your balls.
Oh God.
Look at him. His nipples are getting hard already.
You can't win with this guy as far as meets go because they don't hold validity, nor do you walk away with a trophy, nor does anybody's opinion matter. And yeah,
like I said, it's two different mentalities because I'm coming from a very old school, like, way of seeing it. Like I said, I would go. I'll just bring another car. I told you this.
nothing of relevance. Tell me what car you would bring to a meet.
Sky, or the CTS.
The CTS is cool.
Okay, see.
Outside of that, go ahead. Tell me you would try.
My 91. Candied out Cadillac, sir. Excuse me. Do you have any Grey Poupon? Like, what the fuck?
So, as many meets as I've been to, classic cars don't necessarily show up unless it's a muscle car. And when
when
that one muscle car shows
I'll
up
be
to-
that one oddball.
when he shows up to that meet,
I like being the oddball.
out of all the JDM cars, he stands out more, and everybody kind of gravitates towards him.
No, I know. Like I said, I have gone to a meet or two. Literally just two. And I've taken my 91. Everybody's, with their, fucking decked out cars. And I'm just rolling up in my candied out Cadillac. Just park it there and be like, what's up, guys? It's like, who the fuck is this dude?
Who invited him?
Who invited this guy with the candied out Cadillac? But at the end of the day, we were like, you know what? That's still pretty dope, though, because it has candy paint. I was like, thank you.
That's their all red one.
My all red one, yeah. My all red one.
If you guys haven't seen this, what year is it?
It's a 91 DeVille.
91 DeVille. So you kind of guys got the little bit of idea. The vinyl.
If you Google it, you're like, that's a grandma car.
vinyl on the back. Is it a coupe version? Or?
No, it's a sedan. It's a four-door.
Oh, so it's the big boy.
Yes, she's a big boy.
I remember the red leather interior. I remember.
Yeah,
seeing
she's
that.
red on red. It's red on red. But I kind of did everything house of color. Candy apple red, redid all the chrome. Obviously, a lowering kit doesn't exist for the car.
I mean, you could put it on bags.
For what? I just made it static on the ground all damn day.
I'm just, cambered out would be nice.
She's cambered in the back, actually.
That's natural.
I know it is. I just let the air out from the back.
Yo, that's nice.
Hey, bro. It's all
That
for
has
likes.
an air suspension?
Yeah, in the rear. It's standard on all school caddies.
They make conversion kits
70s,
for it.
80s,
I'm
and
pretty
90s.
sure.
Yeah, they make conversion kits. It just, I like the bags. I could just be like, lower an engine. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm happy.
Same thing with the white one.
Yes.
I thought that was really cool when I got under that.
Yeah, the white one has it too.
We restored a white Eldorado in '85.
Yeah, my dad's 85 Eldorado. We worked on it pretty much all last year.
When I
All set
saw,
up.
Jesus Christ.
What a fucking nightmare, that damn car.
The little panel, what are those panels called? Molding? I wouldn't
The
call-
fillers.
The fillers. If you're a caddy guy and you know about these fillers,
I'm pretty sure all of them are going to be banging their head right now as they
and
listen.
the tapping on it to see whether it's plastic or fiberglass, dude, get the fuck away from me. It was miserable to get it on. Just appreciate the eye.
Yeah, that's it. I swear to God. But like I said, it's one of those things, with the shows and the meets and all that. Like, why not,
Okay, I'd want to see you bring Red out to a meet.
I'll bring it out. I'll bring it out to me. But I'll park far away because automatically all the cops are going to be like, oh, he was the one doing the donuts. I'm like, sir, it's a cop. It's
a
not
cow.
going to do anything.
Fast
but I look
parked.
fast parked, so I'll get the ticket. Because it's happened already, so it's one of those things.
Thank you, Edgewater Police Department. Everybody got slammed by them.
Everybody gets slammed by Edgewater. I'm surprised we haven't gotten anybody from Edgewater fucking
Reaching
replaying
out.
back
No,
to the podcast.
We had one kid actually from Edgewater reach out to me, bullshit talking. I posted a video going back a while ago where I got pulled over in Edgewater.
Okay, I remember.
I can't remember
The
what
infamous video.
kid had a Challenger or a Charger or whatever the shit was. He goes, yeah, no, that's why we keep the cars stocked down here, but they're cool cars, right? In my head, I'm like, if he's listening, he's going to be pissed about this. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, dude. And realistically, I could have bashed him, but I'm not going to because guess what? His build is his build, and I know that's not my business. But it's absolutely stock, and yeah, it's lime green, but you know, got a little bumblebee on the back. Yeah, it's cool, but no, it's not.
Edgewater is its own, you know,
Territory.
we can get into Edgewater literally for a full hour or more.
Let's stay away from that.
Yeah.
Teams, how they created, how they flow, how they work.
I mean, from everything I've seen, oh my God, there's at least me personally, the dynamics. The only thing I can tell anybody that wants to start a team is like, you need to have the patience of Mother Teresa.
Oh, well, between personalities and
It's a million personalities. You have 10
cars
people in your squad.
malfunctioning
That's
and
10 personalities. That's
things
10
failing.
opinions. That's 10 headaches.
10 rooms to book.
Oh my God, forget about that. Don't even get me started on that. That alone is a fucking
And then
nightmare.
you get stuck in a room with Rainier. Rainier was this guy who owned a Camaro with a ridiculous amount of horsepower.
Yes.
And he was not shy to pull his junk out.
Yeah, yeah.
On camera, even.
Yeah.
It was impressive.
Mr.
for him.
Worldwide.
It was
if you're
impressive.
listening, bro, love you and miss you, man.
It was very impressive. You know, I'm not going to, you know.
The parties were awesome,
Yeah, I can imagine.
to say the least. But, you know, it's one of those things. You have, you got the party guys. You got the quiet ones. You got the loners that you have to be fucking like, oh, shit. Like, hey, you, come party with us. Like, come hang out with us. Because they're more loner than anything else. And that's just their personality. That's it. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things.
We have somebody like that on the team currently.
We have one or two that are like that. They have that personality. They just, you know, do their own thing. They don't bother you in that sense. But sometimes to the point I'm like, fuck, did I invite this motherfucker?
It kills me because those people
'Cause
have
sometimes I
genuine
forget.
personalities, and they're nice people. They're fun
But
to
they're
hang out
chilling.
with,
They're really cool people.
but they just keep to themselves.
But they keep to themselves. Yeah, exactly. You know, you get those personalities. You get the loud ones that never bring the volume down. Then you get the ones that are troublemakers and love getting into fucking some type of issue. And I don't even mean like crazy, like, oh my God, you know, issues. I'm talking about like dumb shit.
Like getting stopped for brappling past
Yeah,
town
yeah,
hall.
yeah, like stupid stuff.
I love that person.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're listening, you know who you are.
You know what I mean? It's all fine and dandy. That's fine. That type of crap doesn't even bother me. But it's just, you get such a mix in one room together. Me personally, I love it. Why the fuck I love it? I have no idea to this day. I still don't know why.
I can tell you what it is.
But I enjoy the fucking different types of people and personalities and just how everyone is and throwing them all in a fucking room together.
That's a recipe for a party.
It is a recipe for a party, and sometimes it's a recipe for fucking disaster too. So depending on what, you know, side of the coin you fucking look at it. Me personally, I've always been, you know, optimistic anyway, just how I am. But, you know, it's one of those things I've always enjoyed that, because the coolest stuff that has happened in 20 years of me having the teams to this day, weddings. People have met each other from different aspects of life, and if it wasn't for the team, they would have never met. They were never, you know, liked each other, fall in love, got engaged and married. I've been to 4 C4 weddings.
The
That
lineup
literally-
outside must look sick.
Oh yeah, no, it looks dope as hell. You know, and then from there, they, you know, they go on their different ways or whatnot, you know, life. But it's cool because it never fails. It's either been the wife or, you know, or the husband that gets the mic and goes, I gotta thank one guy. This guy right here, and they'll point at me. I was like, come on, man, stop making it awkward. Thanks to him and joining his car club, you know, his crew, I got to meet the love of my life. That's fulfilling. You know what I mean? And that's happened to me now 4 times.
You better hope none of them like get fucked up on a divorce and they're like, I blame you.
I blame you, motherfucker, for the divorce bill, you know?
She
No,
took
but, you know, to this day,
everything.
you know, knocking on wood, 4 marriages, you know, happy.
Oh,
And they met because of
cars.
the cars,
Well, not for anything. Any man
the
who marries
equalizer, in all this.
exactly that. Any man who marries a car girl, 99% he's gonna be
You're
happy.
fine. You're fine for life. You guys are going to probably argue on the mods.
Yeah, there you go. That's as far as it gets.
You know what I mean? Like in the budget you need to spend, because obviously, you know, you have other things you need to pay for.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
rent.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things. But that has been one of the coolest things that I've gotten to see firsthand about shit. You know, this brain fart is a kind of cool idea.
By the way, I like the structure where I question you.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I can tell you're enjoying
is
this right
working
now.
for me.
You're enjoying this. But yeah, like I said, 4 weddings. What else? Oh my God. I'll even give you a funnier one. This must have been 04, 05.
All right.
I'm sorry. It was like around 08. All right. Now I'm going to get nerdy now on you, and you're going to laugh. NASA had this program.
Okay, where are you going with this?
Write your name on something. They will send you a certificate, and they will send the name to like the moon or Mars or some crap like that, some fucking planet. Okay. I'm not losing you yet, right?
Whether it's real or not, I don't know.
I didn't know either to this day until I got a phone call. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to put my name. I'll put the team's name. Be the first team to go to the moon. That was my stupid mentality, my dude, okay? Okay, I'm going to give you a funny one. I did it as just a bullshit, just to have some fun. Didn't think anything of it. Okay, I did the name. Boom, boom, boom. Send. Boom, submit. Cool. Okay. I think it was like 2 hours later, I get a phone call. All right, whatever. Spam calls, whatever. But it literally said NASA on the caller ID.
Your insurance is calling.
I was like, NASA? What the fuck are the chances? Then whatever, let her play on the voicemail. I play it back. Hi, yes, we're trying to reach somebody that put Team C4
Oh, God.
as a name for the. I was just wondering if you can call us back at this extension, blah, 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 blah. What the fuck? Did I just get in trouble or something?
Yep, the feds are coming.
All right, cool. I call. Hi, yeah. Hi, how are you?
How
Oh,
fast
you're the one
are
that
your
did-
cars?
What is the first thing they asked me was, what is this Team C4 thing? Like, what is this? I was already starting at that time to play with the, team part, adding team in front of C4.
Okay.
So I was just like trying to get it rolling, so to speak.
You're testing it out, see how it feels.
Exactly. See how it flows, how it feels, and how it looks. I mean, and granted, this was already after 9/11, for the love of God, so.
Okay.
Or pre 9/11, I'm sorry. So, it's one of those things that it wasn't the hype that it was after, unfortunately, of 9/11. Because I've had to, no, it got to a point that we couldn't even wear, our C4 shirts or jackets going into New York City because they would stop us.
No way.
Yeah, for a while, we couldn't even have our logos on. And literally explain to every single one that would look at us. We were like, yo, dude, we're cars. Please don't shoot us.
Oh, that's
Because
so
everybody was
fucked.
trigger happy, obviously, common sense. But yeah, no, that's besides the point. I'll get back. I'll get into that. So I'm talking to the lady. I was like, no, honestly, ma'am, we're just a car club. But I figured it would be cool so I can tell, my members
We made it to the
name's
moon.
going to the moon. She giggled. She goes, that's the most original thing I have ever seen. And I've been here for over 20 years. This was back then. I'm going to approve it. And you know what? I'm going to send you something cool that you can show your guys. I still have it saved in my fucking hard drive. A full-out digital fucking certificate from NASA of authenticity of the Team C4 name being one of the names that went to the fucking moon or Mars or whatever the fuck it was on some rover or some observation satellite or some crap like that. I'll find it and I'll post it up.
The
so you can
aliens
see
are
it.
probably watching us now because of you.
I swear to God. I was like, oh, for real? She's like, yeah, you know what? That's the most original thing. We were expecting names of,
Loved ones, girlfriends.
loved ones, girlfriends,
pets.
whatnot. You're the first. Just like that, she said. You're the first entry. That's an actual club, a team of something, which is awesome. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'll never forget. I called I posted it up. Oh my God, MySpace days. We had a MySpace member page.
The div layouts and such.
Yeah, it was horrible. I posted up, I'm like, hey guys, look, we went to Mars, to the moon or whatever the fuck it was. Yo, dude, them guys were so excited.
I mean, if you guys go to the moon, best car club there.
But it's those little things that, and I did it for no reason. I literally did it to just like
Shits and giggles.
Shits and giggles. I wasn't expecting a phone call out of it. And it's usually the same question. What is this Team C4 thing? Explain to me.
Explosives.
Because that's the first thing that obviously everybody thinks about, you know.
Dr. Evil blowing up.
And then I'll give you a funnier story about that. But, you know, it's one of those things that it's those little things that have been always stayed with me. And then it pushes me harder to continue to think outside the box to this day with the team.
You're going to need a lot of gas to get to the moon. That's going to be an expensive bill.
It's going to be the longest drive ever.
Hey, listen, if Elon Musk, I'm telling you.
Dude.
We were already there, man, so you might as well just take us a little bit
whatever
closer.
already at this rate. Or the Cybertruck, that'll be cool.
Cybertruck. Where are you going to park it?
I'll figure it out. I ask those questions later after I get it.
Oh, God. I can see it with a full fucking trunk and everything already.
Yeah, I'll even give you a funnier story about the Team C4 name.
Go ahead.
Down the shore, I was with 3 other guys because they lived down there. I dropped them off. I was like, all right, guys, I'm out. I'm driving back to get on the parkway. I get stopped by one of those town cops.
Oh, great.
I'm trying to remember the name of the damn town, to be honest. I don't even, honestly, I would be lying right now if I said the name of a random town down there. I really don't remember. But whatever. The cop pulls out, reads my plate, goes in the front, sees my banner or the window. You know why I stopped you? I'm like, because I'm a modified truck.
That's my first answer right there.
He goes, yeah. Where's your front plate? I'm like, at home. He goes, that's a nice place for it. Quick question for you. What's the Team C4 thing? I was like, oh no, that's my team, sir. That's my team. We just go to car shows. We work on our cars. We get them crazy looking like this. That's it.
I had to explain Custom Car Creation Club.
And then he goes, oh, okay. I thought you were like some terrorist or something. I was like, no.
Very nice.
Thank you for that. I'm like, is that even a compliment? Like, what the fuck?
That's so funny.
Yeah, I swear to God, dude. Like I said, I can tell you stories, bro. I can tell you stories.
Oh God.
And then from there, unfortunately, after the 9/11 thing, like a good year afterwards,
Couldn't wear it in the city.
no, get the fuck out of here. I wore a hat once. One of the cops were on the corners that were holding the road. Take the fucking hat off. I go, why? It's my crew. It's your what? I was like, wait, hold on. Time out. Look at my hat. I was like, oh, it says C4 on it. I was like, I'll take it off. Threw that shit in my backpack real quick. I was like, yep, no. The trigger finger. They were trigger happy.
You already had a red dot on you.
Yeah, technically speaking.
Your boy's looking at you. Hey, man, you got a red dot on your chest.
Yeah.
You too, man.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things. But, unfortunately, it associates things that go boom.
Our motors and transmissions and so forth.
Pretty much. But yeah, like I said, I've always had that mentality when it comes to the team.
Building
it and making it better and finding a way to get everybody featured in one way, because that's one thing I've always hated of like some of the guys in the team, even back then, the OG members, they worked so hard on their cars to try and get a magazine shot and to get featured somewhere. That's where the basis of us even making a magazine even started. I was like, fuck all you guys that don't want to feature us. We'll make our own shit and feature our own damn asses. And it worked.
I think we could do that again if we wanted to.
We sold broke copies, like a lot of them. We were able to pump out within 2 years, like 12 issues.
Jeez.
I was literally
Models included?
Yeah. We had models submitting pictures, and we'll send them a questionnaire of their bio, where they come from, what they like about the car stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then whatever photos you want to submit for the printout, send it over, and, make it look nice and all that. And any photographers to give them their credit. I would have photographer profiles, reader rides, so people from outside the team can submit their own rides. And we had some dope-ass people.
Would you do articles about the build also, or?
Yeah, they will get a full, one-page feature.
Oh, shit.
And these were cars that were not getting into other magazines, like top brand name magazines. They're still in bookshelves to this day.
Nobody reads books anymore. That's why they're there.
I mean, that's a whole different thing completely. But back then, people started remembering C4. Because then they'll be like, yo, what do I got to do to be in the magazine? I'm like, submit.
Knee pads and chapstick. Go get knee
How
pads.
tight are those buns? No.
That's so bad.
You know what I mean? But we gave a chance to, bro, a lot of cars. And credit to the photographers and give them shout outs and do articles. That's where the whole writing articles started from.
That's
People
why
would send us HIDs and like literally LED kits and neons when these first started coming out. We would install it in the cars and then we would write on it. YouTube wasn't really a thing back then.
which we plan on getting back onto.
Obviously, I mean, we've been having the channel for like forever. It wasn't really until like 3 years ago that we really started ramping it up and really started cranking out videos.
Yeah, but that content is old.
In every single show we went to, but also it was every single show, we went to, that type deal. Pandemic happened, world shut down.
Everybody hits the brakes.
Literally, the last event we were able to do before the world stopped was the Philly Auto Show for Media Day.
I remember that.
That's literally been the latest quote-unquote video on the channel.
I was so pissed I wasn't part of that.
You know what I mean? It was one of those things. That's why I'm hoping once the world officially opens up again,
You can get back to that lifestyle.
get back to the media stuff, because I miss being behind the camera. I love the camera stuff. Like you have no idea. I love it. I love recording. I love filming. I love doing the angles and then sitting there and like cranking out 2 days to just edit a 5-minute video that took me 48 hours to freaking do.
Believe me, I know the editing's the long part.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things, but keeps the name relevant. You don't see us in an aftermarket car show, but you'll see us in the professional car show. Not behind our cars, but behind the camera. And we've interviewed people from Saleen. We've interviewed people from Ford. We interviewed people from Cadillac. We've interviewed people from GM.
Now we need Nissan and Vertex
You know
and
what I mean?
Stardust.
We got invited before the pandemic really kicked off. We had invites for the BMW test drive, where they just take the media and press, sit them in M3s and let them rip it around tracks.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Cadillac test drive event for media. So they had nothing but V's.
Oh, all right, never mind.
No, dude, it was nothing but V's. Don't mommy and daddy cars and like an Escalade. No. It was nothing but V's. And they let you drive one. And then they sit you next to a professional driver and you can set your cameras up and you can interview him. We had all those invites ready. Like literally in my hand. Like physically, I have them still in my hand. They just all got canceled, postponed to further notice because the world ended up shutting down. But 2020 was going to be nonstop. If it wasn't an actual car show, we were doing something. Whether it be a test drive event, or whether we were covering something, or they were sending us to a show to go do media coverage for.
Okay.
Which, granted, all that stuff is slowly, coming back. But it comes back to the same thing. Keep the name relevant. And end of the day, why not?
Okay. The why not again?
The why not? It's the famous why not. But that's been my mentality. And that's forever been my mentality. And it's always going to be my mentality.
Now, here's my big question to you.
Go for it.
Why do you feel as though teams fall apart? And don't tell me because, they grew out of it and it's the fact of the matter being is people lose
No,
money on
there's still
builds
different. Oh my God. Different. So many
I
different.
got a little thing I've been holding on to.
Go.
All right.
I thought you were going to fart. Never mind.
The whole room's going to smell like blood. No. That's so fucked. If you get into this game, understand that it is not a pocket-friendly game. If you want something pocket-friendly, go collect Pokemon cards.
Yeah, dude. Sadly, I wish this card game was like, just a few $100 and you're good. And don't get me wrong.
Some mods
People
are.
can set themselves up to a certain budget, not really past that budget, be on point, and just be like done. Because I've met those people. I've met them firsthand.
Depending on the particular car,
No,
it
it's
doesn't
not
need to
even-
be modded much.
A little bit of that, but it's also the person itself. Because I know people that I really just want to do wheels and I just want to drop it. That's literally all I want.
Well,
And that's literally all they do.
That's all you need for some builds. Like
And granted, yes, for some builds, that's really all you need to
you
make
could
the car
take
wow. That really looks good like
a
that.
car that wouldn't particularly stand out in
Yes.
traffic, and you could do something like that, it makes it a fucking beautiful eye catcher.
Oh no, you're 100% true. 100% true.
Wheels, airbags, and then that now it's something that like I can look at all day. Like
Yeah.
Alex's van.
That's a perfect example, actually.
I can look at that all
It's
day.
not. It's never been a boring van to look at, ever.
But it's one of those vehicles that somebody took something and said, you know what, I can do that.
Yeah, you do motivate. In that way, you do motivate. And actually, he has. Well, not too long ago, didn't he send a picture of somebody breaking their neck? That had the same van in a different color?
I told him
to us.
"Dude, what do you expect?
I mean, but that's a perfect example. It really is a perfect example. That type of build will motivate somebody that has that same van.
Alex has
do
an
it.
Odyssey,
A Honda Odyssey, yes.
and it's blue, but for some reason I feel like his blue is like extra crispy. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Because you never see it in blue. You see it in gray, and
Maybe he just puts his,
silver.
I don't know, oil on butt cheeks and just like models on it. I don't know.
If he oils his cheeks to rub it on that car, I gotta tell you,
I
I
can
want
only
to do
imagine him
mine
right
next.
now when he listens to this. He goes, "What the fuck, bro?"
He's not listening to this.
But no, that is a perfect example because that build in itself motivates 10 more people to have that damn van
Oh yeah,
to do something.
absolutely.
Because I've been in front of people that have that van and that have come up to them and ask them a million questions.
I can imagine it.
And I've been there and I've seen it firsthand. So that's a perfect example of sometimes you don't really need a lot
Look at the summer.
depending on the bill.
So we're sitting in the parking lot. Guy comes over. He happens to be a rapper, and he's looking to make a music video. And he's asking Alex a bunch of questions about his car. And then Katie, which is just a TSX with a pink wrap, lowered wheels. She kept it very standard, very classy. She hasn't done anything crazy yet, although we have the parts to go absolutely fucking bananas.
I can't wait. But continue.
We're going to piss a lot of people off. I'm telling you, we are. Starts asking about her, starts asking about me, about a guy that used to be on Team Mikey.
Okay, yes.
But
Wasn't that day by my house? That dude that just showed up out
In
of
the
nowhere?
parking lot,
Okay,
yes.
yes, I remember now.
But again, we were just eating shit, doing things together.
Yeah, and the cars were just parked,
that's-
doing the
Bare
work
minimum.
for us,
Yeah.
so to speak.
But that's the bone structure of a team.
Yeah.
The cars have to be a little bit modified. They have to go place together, be parked up together.
Yeah, to a certain degree. Anyway, and to go back a little bit on the why I think some fail, or not that I think. Like I said, I've come across the people that build the car, do an awesome job building the car. If they don't bring back a trophy,
Discouraged.
they get discouraged. You know, fuck this hobby. This is bullshit. This is rigged. This is that. This is this. I've seen it firsthand. I'm talking about insane looking builds that you're just like, yo, dude, just have faith in your. What's the number one thing I've said to everybody? Have faith in your build
And keep progressing.
and keep going. You don't win this one, don't worry about it. You're gonna take one home, but you need stay on your pace. You don't need to fucking take out a mortgage tomorrow. Do it at your pace, but get it done. That's one thing that annoys me personally when I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. 5 years later, nothing.
Well, that's like the exact polar opposite of me.
That annoys the life out of me. Personally.
Have I been somebody to just say, I'm going to do that, and then I do it a couple months later or a couple days later?
No, yeah, but it's one of those things. Even me to a certain degree, I don't even say the shit I want to do. I just do it. And then later on, I'm like, yeah, but I've had that idea though for like a month now, or like 2 months now, or 3 months now. Half the mods I've done.
Yeah, you're right.
I was like, oh, what's the first thing I did? I'm like, oh, I was taking a shower. I had the idea. Because that's how I have my ideas.
If you've ever been in Sonic's bathroom and you look at the glass at the shower,
It's nothing but stains. It's because I'm drawing designs and.
be careful with the
Layouts.
stains in the shower. That could have been
you're
slippery.
right. That came out completely
slippery
wrong.
slope. He draws it out on the glass, and then that's the basic, like, I guess that's his whiteboard, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why. I mean, everybody has good ideas in certain places. I mean, I know people that had good ideas working on a car while they're taking the shit. So.
That's me.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. You're the second person I've ever met that does that.
I get creative while taking a shit. I'm sitting there with my knees on my fucking elbows.
Wow.
Pushing.
Wow, you're fucking flexible.
And
good
I'm
to
there-
know. Guys, I'm telling you, that OnlyFans link is going to drop soon.
No, it's not. It will not drop soon. I it had to be made just off the pure basis that you guys were going to get us over 100K. That was that.
If you guys get us to 100K, Mr. Snuff is gonna drop the
No,
the
100K
link.
subscribers.
There we go. You heard it here first. We get that, and Mr. Snuff will have an OnlyFans account with the knees to the elbows. That's gonna be the wallpaper.
That's so bad. That's so bad. If we get the 100K subscribers,
Man, you're gonna regret the day you said
I'll
that.
light my car on fire.
You're gonna fucking regret it. You're never gonna forget today. I'll tell you that one.
Oh man.
But, going back to the whole chemistry thing, like I said, I've seen people that, going back, they've built awesome builds. Unfortunately, they just haven't had a chance to take home anything for it. In one season, they're bored, they're done, that's it, I'm over it. And they sell the car for, whatever. They don't even give a shit, as long as they get the car fucking out of their face.
That kills me when people do that.
And then it just never fails. 4, 5, 6 years later, they're posting on the fucking, Facebook or Instagram, Throwback Thursday. Oh man, I miss my car.
I've seen people do it.
Come on, bro.
I've seen people do it.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Then you see the ones that do talk, everything they want to do to it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. Even me, I have a million ideas I want to do and 2 million ideas that I want to get done to the cars. And, but they're ideas.
Yeah, I've been throwing ideas at you all week.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things. And then 4 or 5 years, 6 years down the line,
Nothing gets done.
nothing.
That blows my mind.
And I get it. Don't get me wrong. There's so many different variables. Life, work,
Kids, house.
Kids if you got kids, house if you got a house. I understand it, but I'm pretty sure one of those ideas, out
Could've
of the
been done.
fucking 50 you said, you could have gotten done within a budget, or putting $20 away every week.
And that doesn't hurt.
And it doesn't. I've done it a million times for half my parts. I gotta pay this. I'll put 20 on the side because I really want to get that. You know what I mean? But you make a plan. So I've come across, like I said, those type of people as well. I have gone across, they're just, if it's not for the trophy, for the models. And if they don't get a girl from it,
Discouraged again.
you're discouraged, fuck this is corny. No, it's not corny. Why are you in it for just ass?
Then you're not a car guy necessarily.
But it goes back to one of the main topics that we were talking about. Do you really consider yourself a car guy then? If that's what you're basing it on, to try and get laid out of it.
No girl's going to walk up to you, wow, you drive a 1990 blah, blah, blah.
And-
Let me suck your dick.
It just does not happen.
Never.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things.
And if it does, guess what? You really don't want that woman touching your
Then
junk.
I've met the ones that will join, not just my team, but other teams in general, just people I've met, that do it because it is the cool thing to do, or they find some hype in it somehow. I don't know. I don't understand that part too much, but
Joining a team is not cool. Joining a team is because you want a support system.
yeah,
People
pretty
to talk
much.
to about your car.
Like I said, it's it's just like everything else. Nothing is ever perfect. Nothing is ever perfect. The same way you have arguments with your own damn family, that's blood. Same shit happens in the team.
Well, we went through it a little bit.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing that happens all the time. And I think anybody that runs a crew or is the president of one knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Different dynamics and different people.
Different dynamics,
One guy
different
says
people.
blah, the other one says
exactly. It's
ah,
just too
and
many
then-
different things, and sometimes people do clash. But that's expected to
Well,
a
they-
certain degree.
they get
You
very-
have to be like,
They get very angry that you're hanging out with their friend, and they just...
no, it's not even that. It's just too many people with their personalities,
He's shaking his
with
fist
their
at
traits. And before you know it, they're clashing and you don't even know how.
me. Why'd this happen? What
Or how
started
this happened or what this happened. And then they don't even fucking know how shit started. That's what usually happens.
Sometimes they can't even explain it.
But it happens everywhere. Honest to God, everybody that I know that has a team or runs a team has had the same shit.
I'm going to explain something to you and why this is stupid.
What?
If you have the 20 minutes to change your oil, you have the 20 minutes to sit down with somebody and discuss your differences over a beer. There's no
No,
reason.
that's true. That's true.
Unless, like, they banged your girl or they fucked up
I
your
mean,
car
that's a
somehow
different
driving
thing either,
it.
because
Yeah,
I
no,
even, love of God, even speaking of that, I know teams,
blew up off of that.
yeah, that don't exist anymore just because of that. Just, they crossed that line, with other guys, ladies. Like I said,
That doesn't make any sense to me either.
no, it doesn't at all. It doesn't at all. But I've seen shit like that happen. I've seen. You gotta remember, we've been here 20 years.
You got to watch the movie a bunch of times in different versions.
Exactly, from the outside. So I'm like, oh shit. The first little hiccup where you start smelling somebody that just joins, my team, and goes, oh, I think she's cute. I think I'm like,
No, Chico.
You're out.
Don't do that.
The thing is, like I said, I'm not very, like, I won't ever kick anyone out in front of people. I don't do it. I'm not like that. I respect everybody. But there's people, I don't respect you because you're fucking stuff.
No, not me. Shit, my mother doesn't respect me. Why should you?
But, I've had people join the team that the team they even know they even joined, and before they even got a banner, they were back out again. I was like, nah, no, that's not going to work here.
That drives me crazy, too.
And it's people that the guys have never met, nor will they ever meet. Because the same way I gave you a way in, no. The ship, it runs quirky sometimes, but it runs tight. And then you're just going to fuck it up. No, thank you. God bless you. Do your thing. Good luck with your build and keep it going. Done.
I'm going to use that as a segue.
Go.
All right, so let me talk a little bit.
Oh, okay.
All right, so when I first got introduced to C4, Jared at the time had a Subaru and a GTR.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, awesome cars, beautiful builds. And those were truly cars you could just stare at all day. The GTR was a semi-build, immaculate. The Subaru,
Yeah, I missed that car.
dude, everybody fucking misses that
I'm
car.
pretty sure he even misses that car.
He posted it the other day.
Did he really?
Yeah, and like, legit, I had to stop, take a deep breath, put down my phone, like, damn, I wish. Which,
Jesus Christ.
we can still buy it today.
Yeah, $95,000 later.
I mean, that's not too unrealistic, especially for a GTR with 1,200 horse.
Not considering what he paid for it, but continue.
Regardless, fact of the matter being is I was telling you guys a story about how I got into this.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I thought you were trying to slide into my DMs. You mean to tell me? Oh, okay.
Jared sent me.
Oh, I thought you were trying to slide into my DMs.
At the time, the Z was just a lip and some rims I found on fucking Craigslist. And he was like, yeah, man, I see a lot of potential in it. You should join a team. And I said to myself, well, what does the team really consist of? Actually, and he starts telling me about Sonic and how helpful he is and the guidance and don't do that. That's going to give you a headache later, but maybe do something, a variant of it, so that way it can be adaptable to the street and so on and so forth. And I'm like, all right, those are all great ideas. I think I'm going to go with it. So I hit up Sonic on Instagram, I think it was.
Yeah, see, you did try to slide into my DMs. I was like, sir, I'm taken. I'm happy.
And at that point, I was just, taking pictures of my car just to enjoy it myself, look back at it like I went here, I went there.
Mm-hmm.
And so Sonic's like, yeah, sure, pass by. Bring by the car and bring a good personality, and you should be part of the team just fine. So I show up with my car to the house.
What's the line I tell everybody? If they bring you a headache,
They're going to bring me
don't
a
even think
Yeah.
about bringing them near me.
Yeah.
But if they're good with you, that means they'll be fine with me. Bring them aboard.
So I show up, and he's like, this has good, it'll be something. I'm like, yeah, I think it will too. So fast forward, the Z is what it is, and a lot of it is contributed to Sonic and his ideas.
No, thank you, Boo. I appreciate that.
No, the wide body that's going,
I did push you a little bit because,
the three-piece wheels were because you said not to do it.
Also that, yes. You motherfucker. But go on, continue.
But a team should be something that you can bounce ideas off of. Somebody that can say, hey, guys, what do you think I should do about this? This broke. Anybody know how to help me with that? That's what I think a team should consist of. A bunch of people trying to, how to say...
Yeah, honestly, it does for the most part.
It takes
I can't even complain too much because boy, do you get opinions.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes it's even an overload of the opinions. I love it, maybe because I'm just used to it. You know what I mean? But when I have shot an idea, I have gotten back 30 other ones back. I'm just like, oh, fuck.
This is not what I wanted.
This is not what I was expecting right now.
Well, and you've also shot an idea out and got laughed at.
True, and I have had that happen to me before.
That's why we're here doing the podcast.
I have had that happen to me before.
So
It's one of those things that, you know.
I raised my hand and said, yeah, it's a good idea. And everybody kind of looked at me like, yeah, this kid's smoking crack. Don't let him drive home.
You got to remember one thing. It comes back to the same main principle idea, keeping the name relevant.
And why not?
And why not? Okay, unfortunately, we can't do what we love because of a goddamn pandemic. Okay.
You can do things around it.
Damn, I can't shoot. Yeah, I could shoot videos, but I'm very limited.
I can get rollers. I can,
We can do a few rollers here and there. We gotta worry about the damn mask, and we got to worry about the gear, and then we got to disinfect everything, and then we got to set up where, and we can't go there because if we go with more than 5 people, cops are going to freaking give us a ticket because, global pandemic type thing. So many things came into play that you're just like, all right, I have to lay back from the channel.
You got to lean against the ropes. Catch your
I
breath.
have to lean back. But what can I do in the meantime to keep the name relevant, keep everybody still engaged? And, okay, yeah, we may not have a show. That's why everybody started coming over the house.
Which
it was a hangout.
That was probably my best summer. And I made
And it was one of the
very long time.
funnest summers I've had in a very long time. And the main idea why behind that, not the main idea, the main statement behind that is, it looked like a fucking awesome ass car show.
Dude,
Every day of the fucking week.
ready for this? And I did notice it. If I drove past the bank, it was empty. If we were there, cars are like
Packed.
Yeah. Oh shit, they got something going on. Let me go get. I gotta stop at the
Yeah,
bank
I mean,
anyway.
it was one of those things. So pandemic or not, we all had our masks on, and why not? We were all, being socially at least, semi-smart, I guess you could say.
Well, we weren't on top of each other.
But we weren't really on top of each other anyway. But, the point is, we are at least, taking pictures, hanging out, BSing, having food,
Getting
eating there,
harassed
getting
by the old lady.
getting harassed by the neighbors that sitting in their damn sidewalk.
The way the
in their
parking
walkway, I'm
lot,
sorry.
yeah, the way the parking lot is built next to HQ is there's a alleyway, not an alleyway, more of a sidewalk, but it's not a sidewalk. It's just like pavement, I guess you could say.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's the entrance to a home, but it doesn't belong to the lady. It belongs to the bank.
And she swears for like years now that's hers. So every single time we would put chairs there
Because we'd
to
sit down, yeah.
to just BS and talk and whatnot, they'll be screaming out the window and get off my damn walkway every other day.
Better story. So the one day, her grandson thinks it's a good idea to chuck a a D-cell
A
battery.
D-cell battery.
Now, if you know what a D-cell is, it's got some girth to it.
Got lucky as hell I didn't break a window on a car that day.
If that would have hit Braulio's car, Braulio would have strangled that poor kid and been in jail
Yes,
right now.
pretty much, yeah.
Braulio is a guy on our team who has a
Acura RSX.
RSX. I don't know why I was thinking NSX. I wish he had an NSX.
Oh my God.
That'd make him cool.
I think it's
Like,
on the ground as well. I
Oh,
think
yeah,
he was getting
well-
all his suspension redone anyway, but
I can't
I can't wait to
it
see
done.
the damn thing done already.
I'm so
at this
excited
rate.
for that. It's like Christmas.
But, it's so many variables,
This summer has been great because of those variables.
but those variables make it fun. And they make it, they make it fun. So, you kind of balance it all out. You do expect the hiccup here and there, just because it's bound to happen. Let's just face the fact, there's too many people. So it's bound to happen somewhere, somehow.
Somebody's gonna butt heads.
Yeah, to a certain degree. You always have to be open to that. At least on my side of the, looking at the whole crew. Because it's not the first time and it won't be the last. Because there's too many different variables that happen. And like I said, it comes back to the personalities, different ideas, or, just so much crap that gets thrown into the pot. Perfect example. I will shoot an idea and I will get 30 responses back on the same idea.
But that's my favorite part about it, too.
You're right. And that is the good trait about it. But also, the other end of the coin.
it kind of throws you off track and
It
shoots
throws
your
you
brain
sometimes
somewhere where it doesn't need to be.
Exactly. So you're gonna have to, it's a balancing act all the time. But the main idea was, okay, pandemic, obviously we can't do shows, whatnot, and all this and that. We gotta keep the guys engaged, keep the name relevant, make it fun, do something new, and see where it goes.
Podcast.
I was like, you know what? Everybody's doing the damn podcasting. Why the fuck not? Yeah, don't get me wrong. The tech is expensive.
Oh, Jesus Christ, is it expensive?
It's fucking expensive. But we kind of work it out. And we balance it out, the budget as best as we can. We pull it off.
Hold on 1 second.
What?
I don't know what I thought I heard. I got some weird feedback.
But, it's one of those things that, end of the day, it's bound to happen.
Yeah, regardless.
I mean? And like I said, I have come across the members that are in it for all the wrong reasons, or they get discouraged very easily. You got to keep trying to push them. It's one of those things. And then, like I said, the darker side of that world is, they do dues, they take your money, they get their own cars done. There's women involved, the craziest shit that you will see, like, shows on TV about, I've seen play out in old crews that just don't exist anymore.
Stand by. Oh, stand by. All right, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. The studio we're recording.
They were rapping next door. And
they were replaying back
noise.
Replaying back their song, and we actually couldn't even, hard to function when you hear
we're
a catchy song next door.
We're overhearing their stuff with our stuff. So yeah,
I
sorry
knew I
about
heard
that.
something funny.
I caught your attention. Yeah,
it's
I
like
didn't even
fucking
hear
Summer
it.
Jam over there, dude.
I didn't even hear it until like the final bit, and I was like, wait, okay, I'm hearing it now too. So yeah, oops, my bad. But as we continue,
back to what we were saying, this podcast to record, it costs money.
No, it's not. This even to beginners, this is it's doable, but you're in already, a few hundred easily. That's just mics alone. Forget about the software and all that other crap.
Forget about the rental for the space. Forget about the tables that you're gonna have the discussions at. Forget about
lighting, it's
forget
so
about
many little different things.
The whole nine.
But again, it came down to why the fuck not? And end of the day,
we can do it.
We can.
The resources are there. We can reach out to people. We can make it happen.
Exactly. We can have some fun at least. Okay, if it doesn't go anywhere, fuck it. But we can say we did it.
And it's still car content for the car guy.
Exactly. End of the day, I was like, you know what? Because I was even, like I said, when I even brought this idea up, I was looking online. I was like, damn, there's really nothing out for us. Like stories or whatnot. It's a few diesel pages for like diesel guys, which, okay, that's cool. But I mean, I'm not really a diesel guy.
Nope. You're the American guy that's...
Yeah, we're €1 car. But
exactly.
But, I mean, at least for like all the stuff that we do and when we like to go and like the stuff that we do on our cars and whatnot and just the things that we've seen, and the adventures we've been on ourselves, there was nothing. That's why I was like, all right, you know what? Fuck it.
Why not?
Why not? It comes back to the same damn thing. Why not? And I mean, it's been fun so far. And what happens when the world opens up again? We start with the YouTube channel again. We start uploading content again, but we'll still be doing the podcast and everything else in between. So before you know it, it's just a ball of you're never stopping.
I can't wait for that.
So you know what I mean? It's one of those things. Like me personally, like I said, I can't wait to get back to the shows because I miss the clean the cars, setting up the flags, making sure everybody's on point.
But that's another thing.
Rolling
the team
together,
has to
parking
help out
together.
With. It's not just you.
Well, yeah, no, that's a different thing. I have a mess of you guys that always help, so I can't complain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, going back to that, I just missed the whole
atmosphere
of getting the cars ready, getting the crew ready, getting the hype, getting excited, rolling together, always waiting for that one motherfucker that's late, never fails, and then rolling together. And just looking in the rear view, in the side mirrors and just seeing
a mess of dope cars
behind.
Yeah.
Coolest feeling in the world.
That's kind of why this summer I went on all those cruises, just to enjoy
Well,
that
yeah, you know what I
atmosphere.
mean. It's one of those things. I mean,
You're in your car, you don't have to interact with
and you don't have to
anybody.
really interact with anybody either, which is the good thing.
You got
to a
the
certain
radio
degree.
on, going.
So
You're doing 60, you decide to get spicy, drop it up to 90, because you got somebody pulling next to you, beeping 3 times. I'm just saying, it's fun. It's a rush.
no, it is. It really is, and it always has been. Even 20 years now, it's always a rush. Which, it's one of those things. If you like what you do it.
Although cars age, I don't think the car community will age.
No, never.
It'll transition from good to bad, bad to good, good to bad.
Yes, that's been.
Whether we're getting pulled over by cops just for having a fucking spoiler on or getting a thumbs up from the kid in the back seat.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. And I think the dopest feeling, like I said, this is going in general, just anybody that builds a car and puts in a show or puts in a meet, is the photographer that takes a picture of your car that you don't even know.
Yeah.
But they'll give you the car, be like, oh, listen, your shot will be here, that type of thing. But just having somebody come up to you and
Acknowledge
acknowledge the car, take a picture of your car. Or if you get lucky, models are like, hey, can I model your car? And you get a model in your car. Or you get a crowd of people around it.
My favorite is where you get the kid who sees your car, has the same car, but it's absolutely stock.
Yes. That is the coolest shit in the world.
And then he starts copying little mod by little mod. And I know people would be upset about that. Like, no, don't copy me. But, dude, do everything I got. Do the same exact build by me. Because you know
It's
what?
one of those things. It just keeps the hobby going.
Exactly.
End of the day. And to a certain degree, it's funny because back then, you keep your closest ideas that you've done, or your heavy hitter mods, as I like to call them, close to the chest.
Well, I tell everybody everything.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things. No, I think everybody goes through that in the car show world. Just to keep the competition side of it, the competition side.
Yeah.
It's still keeping it competitive. But after a while, you do get a little bit easier. As in, no, I really did this, and I did that, and I did that. Because, it's just one of those things. But I think, you said it, nail on the head. The car scene in general will always be transitioning.
No matter what, and it will never
No
stay
matter
stagnant.
what. It's a beautiful thing. It's also a terrifying thing.
How so?
I'll give you the good side first. Because people are always going to be inventing something new. Or inventing a new trick, or how they get one thing and making it better.
Hydraulics, airbags.
Exactly.
LEDs, halos, wide body kits, camber.
Airbags was end of the day because people didn't want to deal with 30
Scraping.
batteries in a trunk
Yeah.
for hydraulics.
Oh, that was an ugly setup.
So what? Okay, if these buses have air ride, or these old school cars have air ride in the back, why can't I just put that in the front? Hook it up to just a tank with lines. All you need is 12 volt.
That's an idea.
The first airbags, they didn't even have compressors.
I'll give you one. The TVs.
So you have to go to the gas station, 25 cents, the line of air, and put it into the tank. So then you can go and be like, air up, and then air out.
Now, what do you do when you get to the show and there's no air?
I mean, back then
You
there
bring
was no
compressor.
crazy car shows. You gotta remember I call it the HIN era, when hot import nights was everywhere in the United States and Canada, type deal.
By the way, if you're from Hot Import Nights, bring that back. People want it.
Guys, bring it back to Jersey, New York again, PA, for the love
Secaucus.
of God. I know, don't get me wrong, Jersey is expensive to run a show. I know.
It depends on who you know.
But guys, come on, HIN, bring it back. You guys need to do an old school tour and pull all the stops of how it used to be to really motivate and get people hyped the hell up. That's what HIN needs to do now. That's what they need to do, because don't get me, and I understand them in the business side of it. There's been more pull in, I guess, I don't want to say bigger scene, because, I'm just being biased, and I think Jersey is, we're the dope boys here. Fuck everybody else.
Cali.
But Cali is where it's at, because, you can walk down the block and talk to street scene, or talk to, H&R for Springs. They're all there. I get it.
Fitment Industries.
Fitment Industries. They're
Donut.
all there. They're all there. I get that. I understand that. So gravity, kind of sucks all these mainstream shows to
California.
go to the West Coast. And that's all fine and dandy. I get that, and it's cool. But they need to do it like the way they used to do it back in the early 2000s. Jersey, New York, Connecticut. Well, don't get me wrong, they still do Connecticut. They do it in Mohegan Sun in October.
Philly.
But you know what I mean. Philly, New York, Jersey, Connecticut.
PA.
Then from there, they'll do Virginia. Then from there, start shooting.
Florida.
They'll travel from the east and go like that all the way and sweep the nation. They would end, which I'm not even sure if they do it. I have to look online if they still even do it. They used to have a New Year's Eve show
That's got to be beautiful.
in Miami,
Oh, God.
in the convention center. What?
You got to be top to get on in there.
No, it was the cars that were all going to the honeypot nights. You can register.
Well, here's my deal.
But if you got in, you got in. That's it. But it's a matter of
Inside,
getting the
you have
car
to
in
be
there.
a car of
Bringing the
caliber.
car there physically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all those things. And I'll never forget that one year. My parents and I were like, all right, you know what? Let's do it. But we'll do it as like a vacation. We'll time it right, and you can do your show. I was like, yes, let's fucking do this. Registered, got the truck approved to go. They postponed. Weather. I was sitting there,
with
refunded
Florida.
everybody. I was like, God
It
damn
rains
it.
every 15 minutes.
I know, but I'm guessing it was worse than that. So, and this was like goddamn years ago. But that's what I wish HIN would do. Maybe, obviously not now because the whole, pandemic crap. But when the world does open up, for them to really go balls in and do that whole from the East Coast to the West Coast sweep of car shows. They were killing it. They were fucking killing it. And another shit that they even had, which, we could touch on it now, but, we'll do it in another episode or whatever. You would have your own point system.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, bro. You would gain points in all the shows that you'll be doing. And if you got to a certain point, they would put you in a top tier class, like a wild category, and then
shit.
compete openly with the other wild vehicles. So let's say, for example, I can go up against you, and I'm a truck and you're a car.
We know you got me on points.
No, shut up. That's not even I'm saying the example. You know what I mean? It's an open class category. So that means you're not tied to anybody. You're versing everybody.
Well, was that an
Not
option
just
or they
the
pushed
need-
you into that?
What?
Was that an option? Like they would say, hey,
No. There was no option. They're like, no. This car has one, and they'll pull up your record. Oh, no. You have 10 wins. Cool. Congratulations. You're wild. So you would be in the closed category class, which you'll still do your Nissan category, to give you a good example. Nissan Infinity, because they will throw them together. But then the open class categories will kick in. So you either be 2-door mild or wild, 4-door mild or wild. And if you even passed all that, they would throw you in radical. And that was God level.
that was the muzzies.
And that was the Muzzies. Yeah, those were the biggest of the big dogs, with fucking like
Veal
20,
Cider
30,
X7s.
40 wins under their belt. Once you got to that level, HIN would tour your car. Every single show they would do, your car would do the rounds with them, and then come back to you.
Here's my question. Do they fly you with them?
To be honest, I don't even know that part. Maybe if you were just like one person, maybe I can see them doing it.
Touring with them, in a sense?
But they would tour. They would take your car and they'll tour the whole nation. Every single show, your car was in it. Granted, at that level, you were a display car, but you were like the HIN car.
The HINC car.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. You were the flyer car. You were on T-shirts. You were on all the promotional media. Yeah, dude. Like, I'm telling you, that's what I would love for them to bring that shit back. Because that point system, whether you think about it or not, it motivated you.
To build bigger.
To build bigger and go crazier.
Insane.
Like I said, man, back in the day, early 2000s, all that, phew, boy, them shows would put you on your ass. If you would walk in, your mouth would hit the floor. The cars were insane. The cars were fucking insane.
Those aren't the cars I would drive to Burger King.
No, definitely not. And if you did, I'll smack you. But
I got to pick my hands up because I'm driving it.
But you know what I mean? It's one of those things. And that's just,
Now, here's my question.
go for it. Go.
Somebody like that, obviously, they'd have to be part of a team.
Yes, a lot of them were. A lot of them were.
It's more helpful, I should say, rather. Not that they have to be.
No, then don't get me wrong. Nobody that gets into the car scene has to automatically by default join a team or they die. It doesn't work that way.
I mean, I wish it was.
So, oh my God, dude, you're horrible.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because those Challengers and Chargers and Scat Packs and this, that, the third, slamming into people.
No, that's
You don't want those people on your team. Congratulations.
Those are the ones, and I hate to say it, but they leave a bad name for everybody else.
But that's why you would banish them, because guess what? You're not part of a team. You don't have a dozen people to row with.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things. It sucks. Yeah, it's like that stupid saying, one bad apple.
But that also,
Yeah, I mean, kind of fucks it up, for all the other apples.
tying back those introverts, that would kind of push them a little bit more to join a team if they really wanted to be there.
Yeah, you're right on that. You're right.
People will get to see their build.
But even going back to that, even like I said, people that not join, but they like the car hobby and they want to get into it. No, you don't have to join a team. You can do your solo thing. But what happens is, in this, I am so sure of. Like, I wish I can pick a lottery number the same way. You always end up rolling with someone else.
Yes.
You start by yourself, and you always end. It may not be a team. Don't get me wrong. It's not a team, but you'll always end up with one or two or three of you
That are outsiders that you said, hey, yeah, this is my boy. He's coming with us.
And you know what happens? The 2, 3, 4 outsiders.
They win.
No, they start making a team. And it's a chain. And it's just a domino effect.
You know what's funny? I gotta say,
Go
I've noticed a lot of crazy cars this summer, and I gotta say, instantly 4 coming to my head, where they're not part of a team.
And and sometimes some of them just have a bad taste in their mouth because they probably were in a team, saw something happen that they didn't like or it doesn't flow with how they are. You can't even bash on them for that because it's understandable. They put a bad taste in your mouth. So it takes a lot to really cleanse the palate and be like, no, not all crews are like
that,
whatever you went through, that type of deal. But that just happens with time. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Because even, going back to the team, I've had guys that have come from other teams with bad taste in their mouth. I don't know about the team thing, man. I don't know. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Just, at least hang out with us. I don't give a shit.
Like, not for anything, in my head, I have 3 cars that's going to roll with us that don't want to put a banner on because whether they don't want the sticker on their car or they're just not necessarily a team guy.
Yeah. It's one of those things. But what happens is the more they hang out, the more they roll, the more events, the more hangouts, the more just in general everything.
They become acclimated.
Yeah.
You're in the water, the temperature's fine.
It goes back
You're
to
a fish.
It goes back to the loner that gets into the scene. Yeah, that's fine. You're a loner. Go to a few meets, pop up here and there. You're gonna end up going with another car, or with 2 of the other cars, or 3 of you that are the same personality, loners. Yeah, I'm not too much of a team thing. I'm not too much of a team thing.
And then
The
it
other guys,
clicks
I'm not too
into a
much of a
team.
team thing. Everybody's so much of a team thing that we're just gonna do a team our way. Boom. Congratulations, you just made yourself a team.
You didn't want to be in a team, now you're on a team. Congratulations, you played yourself.
You know what I mean? That's the cool thing about the car scene. Without people really putting mind to it, slowly changes how they see everything, how they are, how they interact, how they build. Because you can go into one way thinking, go to a show or a meet, see your same car done a different way, and you're going to come back with a different
perspective,
idea.
Yeah.
No,
No,
you know
it's
what?
happened.
I'm not going to copy him, but maybe I could do something else different.
I like the way
Congratulations.
that idea looked. I'm
Exactly.
going to execute it differently.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things. And from there, it's a domino effect.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the cool thing that I really enjoy from the car scene. Because I overanalyze it. And I go really from the outside, looking in on just how people are. I mean, maybe I just do it because it's been so long in it. I don't know, whatever. But, you know, it's one of those things that when you sit there and you start noticing people, that's why I laugh at the ones that always tell me the same thing. Nah, man, I'm just going to do this and this and that's it, I'm done. I'm like, nigga, no, you ain't. Mm-hmm. Shut up. No, you're not. No, you're not. What happened 6 months down the line? No, I'm going to tweak this. I'm going to tweak that. I'm like, oh, I thought you were done, bro. I thought you were done.
It's like a visual STD. Once you see it, now
You
you're
know what
stuck
I mean? It's
with
one of
it.
those things. But at the end of the day,
Take a shot.
oh, yeah, there we go. The fucking examples. But, you know, going back to that, end of the day, that's what I love about this damn hobby. You go in thinking one way. I mean, you never come out of it. But, I mean, you're never, once you're in, I don't give a fuck what you tell me, you're never out of this
You'll still
hobby.
look at cars in traffic and be like, oh,
You're still
I
looking
like
at
that.
cars, or your daily is really not looking like a normal daily anyway, even if it is to a lesser degree of whatever you've built in the past or you have in your garage. I don't care who you are. No one
Parked up, somebody will still take a picture
leaves
of
a
it.
car bone stock
Yep.
in this hobby. End of the day, that's it. Like that's the concrete proof, 100%. If I had to put money on it, happens to everybody.
I can't even think of a purists.
See, the purists.
They're modding their car back to where it was OEM, but still they're modding it.
Yeah, because end of the day, you're still
Tinkering.
to a certain degree. Are you getting that crazy of, you know, cutting a hole in the fucking hood to, you know, run your exhaust through it, or, you know, hood
No.
vents? No, of course not. But you are sitting there and restoring it. It's like me with my old school caddies. I'm not cutting up the fenders to put vents on them. I'm not.
I mean, that would be totally awesome, but
No. There's some cars you just don't put vents on.
I'm just saying the CTS, if it had the manifold, the exhaust manifold coming out the top, it
No,
would look
no,
pretty
God, no.
fucking boss, and it would be louder.
But, you know, there are certain cars, you can do them nice, but you restore them. And what I mean by the purists in that perspective is if your car came with drum brakes, obviously you're going to upgrade and do discs.
Yeah,
So congratulations. You're a purist, but you just modded your car.
there you go.
So to a small degree, they all mod.
You take out the interior, you put the little confetti seats. BMW guys, you know who you are.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what I mean? Yeah, okay, that's fine. You're still modding. That's it. End of the day. You're still modding. But now the levels of it is what all changes if you want to go that route. But you're all modding. So when oh no, I'm a purist. Shut up. You mod. You just mod fucking differently than from the rest of us. That's all it is. Because end of the day, chances are you're not on drum brakes.
Yeah, no, you're
You
right.
know what I mean?
Right.
Or if your car didn't have AC, you added AC. You know what I mean?
yeah, no.
And congratulations, you modded.
Change out the speakers to be a little bit louder.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. So the purist is never 100% a pure purist. Is what my go-to is right now with this.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
It's just, and I've met them, and they're like, oh no. I mean, the ones I've met, they've been bougie as fuck. I was like, God, I can't even talk to these people. But the few of them that I have met have been like that.
Over the summer,
What?
the yellow Porsche.
Yellow Porsche. I don't remember a yellow Porsche.
I gotta find his fucking IG. Anyway,
But
the
carry
car-
on.
car started off silver. It was a 911. He painted it yellow. Got the 5-spoke brakes with the 5-spoke wheels with the black backdrop with the silver face.
Okay.
That's not how it started. Although that's the perfect version of your car, you modded it. Congratulations.
Yeah, no, like I said, it comes back to the same thing. Yeah, okay, I get it. You're a purist. You know, you're not really into the heavy modification, but you're still modifying. You know, end of the day. But, you know, and just going back to everything else,
That team pushes you to do it.
a team pushes you to do it. It really does.
And even if you don't have a team, you're still going to touch it, and you're still going to think about, all right, I'm going to roll with this guy, I'm going to roll with that guy.
Yeah, like I
And
said,
that's the structure to a team.
you will go into this hobby as a loner, and you're guaranteed to come out. I mean, not come out because, like I said, you're never out, but you will realize you're not a loner anymore,
You're making buddies.
and you don't even have to have different cars, hang out with you. It could be the same car, just different versions of like everybody else has done it.
The Brickyard Red with and then you have the
How many
gunmetal
times have I
Silver
not
Z.
seen like a whole mess of Evos,
I love that. by
all
the way.
looking clean as shit, all looking awesome actually, and they're not part of any crew.
Look at the 36ers.
They're just people that love their Evos, and they go and they hang out together.
36ers is a perfect example of that.
They're another one.
The 36ers are all just E36s lined up.
Yeah.
Whether they claim to be bone stock, guess what? You modded it to make it a purist
Some
build.
are purists, the quote unquote purists. Some are modded. Some are
Full wide body, three-piece
full
wheels.
wide body, like what I would consider like something radical class type deal. Then you got the other ones that are street clean.
The ones who drift it.
Though you got the ones that have no front bumper, straight bash bars everywhere, and just like no headlights and fuck it, because they drift it. You got the ones that autocross it.
You got the ones with the big fat slicks on the back.
Yeah, and they all just show up together and park together, and they're not part of any crew. They just became known as the 36ers
because they all have the same
because
car.
they got E36s. And then, if I'm not mistaken, there's a forum, I think, under the name now and all that shit too. But that's
I hope they made a forum. They deserve that.
they do. I think that E36, oh my god, it's a humongous freaking community itself. But I mean, that's a different thing. But again, you go in by yourself, and I'll say it again, you never come out of it. But you'll realize that you're not by yourself anymore. You have at least fucking 4, 5, 6 people that are just like you.
That's the beautiful thing about the car community.
And that, in the end of the day, is what I have always enjoyed seeing from the car community. So, I mean, it's one of those, like I said, and just touching base on everything, issues happen everywhere. Whether you're in a crew, you're not in a crew, and speaking more of in the crew world, there's just different opinions everywhere. Different ideas, different, comments, different
Views.
Yeah, different views. And it's bound to happen. But I've always said the same thing. In 20 years, I've seen it. Ain't nothing serious about it, end of the day. Because it's all just
Bullshit.
normal family bickering, that I call it. Because I can get mad at my own family. Well, I can. We get into arguments, whatever. Blows over like in an hour. How are you not expecting to, be in a group that's not even blood to not have some type of, issue?
But you got to get over it.
But people get over it and move on. That's what it is.
Or they leave.
Yeah, and that's happened too. That's legit happened too as well. And at the end of the day, what are you going to do?
No, they'll eventually
Put a
find
gun to their...
No.
Fucking tie them up and throw them in a closet?
Eventually.
You're going nowhere. No.
They'll roll with other people eventually, and although they may not be a team, they're still a group of people who drive together, and it's the same exact
It just
thing.
keeps on going. That's all it is. End of the day. But, and from the not from the outside, but from
Inside looking in.
from the inside as like, I'm the one that created this brain fart looking. You have to keep it going. You can't stop. That's what it comes down to.
No, you're right. Absolutely right.
And that's just a normal life thing in general. You don't stop. You just keep it going. That's what it is.
That's an interesting concept.
What I've told you has been the recipe for 20 years. That's it. I don't even know. I know we've been talking for a damn minute, so I don't even know how long we've been at it. He's like pointing at my, like, yo, how long have we been
I
at it?
tapped on the wrist.
So I don't even know, but I mean, I love the whole car club thing and just the general chemistry of seeing people, how they are, how they interact with other people that they just met, for the love of God.
Or known for 20 years.
Or known for 20 years, or known for 10, or known for 5. Like I said, I've seen from, love lives happen in front of me, and people got married and now have kids, and they have awesome memories, and it's one of those things that you're just like, okay, this is pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like from the weddings to
Making babies.
to making babies, and all just because of a simple concept. They all met because they all love cars. They all had their own car, and they all decided to just join up and go together as a group to a show. And stuff kicked off after that. Like I said, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. There's days I'm just like, what the, why? I want to strangle everyone. But it happens. It happens. Nothing's ever peachy and like pretty and perfect. But at the same time, that's what I love about it. If that even makes sense. I mean, to everyone that has a team for like over 2-3 years knows exactly what I'm talking about. Because then you got the other ones that you even said a while back when we first started talking about this. Yeah, we're going to be a team, and summer ends and there went everybody.
They dissipate, they delete the page, they disappear, the banners come off, the cars get sold.
It's not easy. Because of that, opinions, ideas, the comments, the this, the that.
Somebody can't take a joke. Somebody can't.
It's a million things.
Yeah.
Some people can't tolerate that. There are others that can. That's all it comes down to. At the end of the day, that's just personalities. That's it. There's like nothing wrong about it. There's nothing right about it. It's just people's personalities. That's it. That's why, like I said, to everybody in the car community, you don't have to ever join a team. You can do your own thing. But in the day, what I'm telling you is personally, you're always going to come back with buddies. You're always going to stop midway, and you're going to have buddies, whether you're in a crew or not.
Every single time.
Every time. I have not met one person in 20 years of me doing this that has been, started a loner and is still a goddamn loner.
The same thing with car meets, though. Every meet you go to, you're meeting somebody different.
Granted,
you'll
it's
follow
the same
on IG,
thing.
and you can small talk with and bounce ideas off of, and
Yeah. No,
even
it's the
call for a
same
hand.
principle, idea. It's just when I say shows and you say meets, it's the same coin.
They meet in the middle.
We all just meet in the middle. That's all it is. End of the day. But like I said, it's been a fun ride. It continues to be a fun ride. And I just keep it going. I have a lot more ideas. That's all it is.
And you guys are going to get to view them within the next year.
Yes. Hopefully, God willing, 2021 is going to be a very fun year with a lot more brain farts that I hope you guys enjoy and have some fun with. But, I'll be announcing those things as they come.
As they come. They're already happening.
Well, as they're officially about to, poof,
pop.
Hi,
Yeah.
I'm here. So, but whatever. What's your guys' take? You guys roll with a crew? You guys roll by yourselves? Are you just a group of friends?
Do you care to share some stories with us on why it broke up, or
Yeah,
how
just
it
tell us
got
the stories. You
started?
don't have to give us names of teams or whatnot, or you can give us some nightmare stories. You can give us some fun stories, crazy adventures, or if you met your significant other, I'll love to hear that too. Because like I said, I've been already part of 4 goddamn weddings because people that just joined the team and they met each other there. So, like I said, I want to hear it all. So you can always log on to the show site, c4lifestyle.show. You can leave us a message or drop us a like and a follow on the media page, C4 Lifestyle Media on IG. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, my friends, keep it custom because life's way too short to stay stock.
Peace.